Well, first of all, it wasn't mine. The Belly to Belly was around a lot longer than me. If anything, I take it as more of an homage than anything. Hopefully somebody that watches that will say, yeah, I remember when Shane Douglas used to use that. It keeps you alive in some ways. But I watched the last pay-per-view with Bayley, wrestling in San Jose, and, she looks like she's beginning to grasp the concepts of what she's doing. Not fluent yet, but clearly learning. But what I couldn't understand from that show was Vince McMahon himself, out of his mouth, told me in a private meeting with him the day that they did the whole thing with Sean hands me the belt and then Razor comes out and beats me, told me that we here in the World Wrestling Federation, he never says me or I, it's always we here in the World Wrestling Federation or we here in World Wrestling Entertainment believe X, Y, and Z. On that day, it was we here in the World Wrestling Federation believe the fans should always go home happy. And my comment to him at the time was, I think it's fine to send them home happy once in a while. And I think it's important that you send them home pissed off every so often as well. And as a heel, I saw that work throughout my career. So he smiled and waved it off and said, well, you understand this is not the same thing. This is sports entertainment. And so I can't understand why you would take Bayley in her hometown and beat her with a girl that's literally maybe not even half her size with a modified roll-up of sorts. And, I knew somebody was in the building that day. They said the energy in the building just dropped precipitously after that. So I'm scratching my head. Is it still we believe in always sending the fans home happy, or is that just an asterisk next to that? And when you think you want to do something different, whether it makes sense or not, let's just do it. I don't know. I haven't worked for him in some time, but seeing from all outward appearances, what I'm seeing is pretty much the same thing I saw management style-wise from him when I was there. And again, the one thing my professor used to always tell me is numbers don't lie. 2 plus 2 is 4, and 52 million minus 50 million.3 leaves you about 1.7, which is what his rating was last week. It's just the proof is in the pudding. And how many times have you guys heard on the road and at these conventions and at shows fans saying something along the line of, or some incarnation of, I just can't watch it anymore. And up till about a year ago, you were hearing fans, at least I was, every weekend hearing fans say, I know it's not as good as it used to be, but I'm just such a fan, I'm still watching. Now I'm hearing ad nauseum the fans say, I've given up, I just can't watch it anymore.